Good evening. This is Fari Hemzi. It's about 4:38, 4:37 ish. On Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. As you know, we do this bi-monthly, and this is your next. This is the obviously this is our connectivity. I mean our session now. You register once, it keeps track of it, and so next one would be May 22nd. Okay, end of May, I go to LA. It's a 100th anniversary of Imperial Iranian Air Force under the Shah's father, and a couple of those folks in actually may have been that's about time uh, uh, a couple of my dad's buddies are still alive, and they sent me an invitation. It's at Nixon's Presidential Library in Yorba Linda. Dad and I went there for his funeral. When that happened, so I've been there only once, but I'm going to wear a couple of my dad's medals. Either one is from Nixon and one is from the Shah. Just a lapel pin, nothing big. No, just a lapel pin. Most of them won't even know what I have it, but so I'm going to go there. Go there for about 2 or 3 days. Quickly in on it's a day. It's a weekend after Memorial Day. Um, going there on a Thursday, coming back Sunday. Yeah, just short visit for that. Aside from that, a couple of minor items. We just issued for testing a new MBS. MBS is a center line, if you will. Actually, it's a median. It's a median of, let's see, what do we have here to show that? No, I can't go there. Okay, let's see if I do this. Okay, let's say, no, that's not it. Hold on. Let me go to swing. Okay, let me go to swing. Okay. And no, we don't need to look at this. Let's look at something realistic. Yeah, because that's not realistic. That company won't be around very soon. NQM24s. Okay. Now we want to plot the MBS for it. So we go studies add, and MBS is a market price stop. Okay. As you could see, here's our MBS, but there's MBS testing going on. Okay. Now MBS would do this. You plug that in. You have to go there and also adjust. You see this line is drawing? Now, one of the issues it had that you had to adjust, you had to tell what time zone you're in. I'm in Florida. 0 is Chicago. So a -2 would be California. So you have to put that in. That's your MBS. That means that as the fair value of the median, it's a statistical measure of what the range is at any given time per legal day. It resets on a legal day. The problem is all these exchanges have all kinds of archaic rules and things settle at different times. This takes care of all of that. Why? Because the new trade station has this data now available. What exchange it is, what's the start, what's the end, all pre-programmed. And as the exchange changes that, we don't have to change anything here. Okay. Now that was a PM, the regular uh, MBS. Now we have a testing 2.0. We just released that. You see, it pretty much sets there. Now I gotta go. This is a little bit off. We have to figure out why. Obviously, need some look. Um, we're releasing it for testing. We're not saying that's the way to go yet. It just came online. Plus, we have a toggle there. We can see high and low of the day as the day builds up. Okay, so that's one. Two, 4.98 is in the works. We're running 4.96 for the orb. Hold on, no. Here we go. This is orb. I'm going to bring it over for you guys. Why do I say this? Because we have a lot of people just log in for understanding that. Now, Wednesday doesn't trade. You can see it. Okay, what we're doing with it, that's the 4.96. 98 should be out on the 18th or 19th. So not this weekend, the following weekend. Okay, should be out. So let's say Monday 20th, we should have it. Okay. We're adding an extra exit. That's all. Now, having said that, here's our problem. A lot of days, remember, Orb is not ours. Orb is a generic system. Opening range breakout. Okay, now what happens a lot of time is there are people out there to try to defeat you. Absolutely, and some of them could be big firms. It's just that have a lot of money, and they can. Having a lot of money itself is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you keep buying things, it's going to go up. I know there's stars in front of you, but if you gobble them up, they get forced to flip over. And ORP is really a generic term. And here we go for a prior day. Let's go to where are my dots? There you go. Here's the dots, okay? This is yesterday. Now, yesterday we made good money. But a lot of times recently, if you've noticed, we're not making good money. Why? In this area, where the ORP, or the opening range, they switch it back and forth. They kill you on the upside, they kill you on the downside, and then it goes back to its trade. So it does get into a trade and does pretty good at it, up or down. But at the beginning, it's shaking all the ORBs out. Well, what do you think Admiral Tico is going to do about that? He's not going to sit down and taking it lying down. This is Admiral Tico. So what we're doing now is taking the back end, keeping it as it is. The front end, we're going to make it also DMZ, trend following from the beginning. So it's going to be and hopefully by, let's say, I don't know, if we can finish it this month, test it this next month, after we've done the back test. Then we do forward test of next month. So we could be looking at, let's say, probably in July, we could have it running in the chat rooms. Yeah, as replacing ORP. We'll keep ORP. We're not going to throw it away, but it's just that interest rate 4.98. But this next gen trend following system could be a very, very killer ass, and it's not tied into the volatility that we've had. Remember, ORP did very, very well in 2022. Okay, we're making 100% a month, 80% a month at the minimum sometimes. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why? There's this thing called Fed, okay, and they lower the rates or raise the rates in a very actually this case was raising a speeding way, back to back. That's what killed it, the market. And of course, this will pick it up and go with it. Well, now this year and a half now that they're going sideways or wishy-washy about the rates up or down. We want to be not taking a big risk. We want to take a smaller risk, but have winners. Does that make sense? So that's that. And that should be available. We'll probably give a promo, but we won't make it zero. I learned my lesson. A lot of people signed up. They never showed up. No, we want to have them pay something, maybe even $100 for first month. Yeah. Pay something to come in so they show up because they have money on the table. And as you know, we had quite a bit of customers. We still have their email list. They would love to have something that works. And we still have some serious guys in there. But that's more to do with trusting me, and that's not the issue. I want to have a system that pays for itself. And I think we could be there shortly. But we'll keep you posted. So that was our big announcement there. The MBS update, which is that. It's not finished. This is just the first cut. MBS update, what do you call it? 4.98 for ORP, and then going to next gen after that. So we're jazzed. And the best part of this was the response I got from my team members. And actually, I'm going to have Peter Cook, who works with us on the moderating the chat room, and he knows a lot about transition, to be involved in the planning of the processes that are involved, and then some are backtesting. So, but I was shocked by the interest. But that's good. That's good because these folks really know what we have done. They understand what's wrong with the market too at times, and they know which ones are good ones. Like today from early on, we know that's going to be a good one. So, all right, let's go to quarter 5. I'm not as rushed as I thought I was going to be. Let's go to calendar. Okay, we're second week now. Kashkari spoke yesterday. Nothing made of any news of any measure here of any importance. It's all just noise. Okay. I've got to take a look at some of these. I haven't looked. Collins spoke today. 10-year note auction. What? How do we do? 42 billion coupon 375. Bid to cover, not bad. Or recorded 4.48. So there was a discount involved. Okay, you can see there was a discount involved because the awarded that was yielded was over the coupon. Okay, but not much. That's okay. That's okay. Forget about mortgage rates. This tells me probably came back at that. Oh, okay. All right, and then inventories. That's a B report. That's actually a C report. Forget it. Jobless claims tomorrow. So the only thing this week really has is Friday, consumer sentiment. Nothing else. And you got all these Fed heads that are talking. So that means next week, which is option X, we're gonna have CPI, PPI. So technically, next week could be a lot of back and forth stuff. Hey, Edward, how are you, sir? Welcome. So that's what that. Let me go to May reports, the calendar for Econoday. As you know, you can get these reports for the year. It's like I don't know how much I paid for it, like $20 for the whole year. So it's not bad. It's just a spiral bounded notebook. This is May. We're at 8th. Okay. So the following week, which is the third week, we have option expiration. PPI on Tuesday. I need this because we're not going to meet next week, right? We do every other week. PPI on Wednesday. PPI on Tuesday. CPI on Wednesday. Retail sales. Empire State Manufacturing. I don't know what housing market index is. We seem to have too many indices. And then business inventories. That's on the Wednesday the 15th. On the 16th, of course, jobless claims, but we have also housing starts and permits. Very important. Industrial production at 9:15. Fitty Fed at 8:30. Import export, and then of least important to anybody is that because we've been conditioned. 4:30 we'll have Fed balance sheet. Now, durable. No. That's nothing on the 17th. Yeah, the following week, which is a Monday, starting Monday 20th. Nothing on those 2 days. Existing home sales on the 22nd, which we will meet next time. So, and then FOMC minutes at 2. So that's that. Of course, we're going to cover the rest. New home sales at the next meeting is on 23rd. PMI composite flash. And Friday, we got 24 of durable goods. Okay. That covers us for the balance of this week and next 2 weeks. Okay. So next week is going to be very busy, just with the option expiration and CPI, PPI. As you recall, a month ago when we had, or 3 weeks ago from this week, when we had the last option exit, it was very, very bloody. And that's because of just a lot of zero DTE options, and the market was already in turmoil. Okay, we're good here. Let's go to the charts. All right. Okay. All right. So make sure these are refreshed because of the post closing. Yeah. I want to make sure we get good readings here. Okay. We peaked there on the McClellan oscillator, but don't get fooled. This could go back and forth, and we can stay up there. The real issue is where we are on the charts, and we're still short. We got busted right there on this line. We got busted on Monday. So for our last trade, frankly, I may not be smart to stay short much longer, but today actually it shows green. We actually closed negative or even or break even. So, but you'll see this bothers me, and so probably will get long, go with the flow. I have nothing personally in terms of what I want the market to do. I'm a trend following guy, so I just gotta. Except I got into trouble here. That because I was trying to do my second cap raise for Tico's company, Tico Capital Management, and he's a tough boss to work for. In case you don't know. Okay, Brent Trust not high up yet. But this also tells us that too. We're over 100 area, but we're below 150, but 131. So we are overbought, but slightly. From what I learned from Sherman McLennan and Miriam McLennan was that you really want to stay above 150 for a while, like up here, this area. Then you're getting to overbought area, and uh, and also don't complain about the divergence. This could say divergence for a while, and still go high and go an even bigger high. So that's not just absolute reading; it's one evidence. You got to take the preponderance of evidence. So we're not overbought. We're just into that area. Volume data is about neutral. You can see where the line is, 1.47, 1.05. So volume is not giving us any signal. So let's go to equal weighted. Equal weighted has got a little bit better picture. Okay, it's sitting at 50. And take a look at these two versus. Yeah, very much the same 3-2. Okay, now this is the chart that Jason Gupford and I were talking on Twitter. As you know, he's the founder, former founder, and he sold the company. Said to him on Twitter, what a massive setup he had together, which was great. And he's now make some commentaries, but this is what we're talking about. You see this? This is showing weakness here because the ratio of equal weighted to cap weighted is less and less and less and less. We're coming back to a normal setting, as we should. When we get to when you get this down here, okay, people run up and hide their money in big caps. I'm saying, cap weighted. So like 5 or 7 names. Here is equal distribution. This is more of a reasonable market. This is where you go for extra alpha. So that ratio down there basically is telling you we got some weakness, but not much. We'll see. I mean, like if you look at it already, NDX is at 2 sigma level. That's a 2 sigma. That's a standard Bollinger Band. As you can see, we're not there yet. So that's what's showing that weakness. And you can keep this, guys. You can get the symbols, do a ratio, and then plot it. Okay, and then do a min max on it. This way, you know what the scale is supposed to be. So as you go back, see, you look at it that way because you don't know what the scale is. You have to figure it out, or range, if you will. Okay, canary chart. Another strong day on the Dow, and I heard it in every radio program on Sirius saying, "Wow, look at what the Dow has done." Okay, industrials did well. I understand that, and we were very close. We were 800 points of the all-time high. But the market is not Dow. The market is S&P. The market is Nasdaq. I mean Nasdaq 100, S&P 500. S&P 500 is about at least 80% of U.S. equities. That's really true measure of the market where I come from. So let's talk transportation. Still having problems at 200 day. One try. Two. So at least got 2 tries. He may punch through. We don't know. Russell, a little bit higher, but still stick at 50. But transportation is at 200. That's having problem. Learned a long time ago from a fellow out of Northeast, money manager in the Northeast, Boston area. If transportation is not moving your way, neither would be Dow or S&P. They eventually do a mean reversion toward where transportation is going. So, and I usually look at these. What was the high here? Where was the high here? Or they're here. You see what I'm saying? We went into a new high there, pretty much here. All this time, we made new highs in S&P. Transportation hasn't. So that should give you a little warning. Okay. Let's see. Let's go quickly, guys. DT. I'm not in a rush. I just want to make sure I keep a slow, a steady pace. Okay, above uh, 50, of course, 200. Plus. Okay. Here you had the death cross. This is the golden cross. Yeah, I was saying it birth cross. I'm wrong. This is death cross when 50 goes under 200. This is the golden cross where everybody loves. 50 going over 200 from underneath. Okay, and not being squeezed. So we're going back to not knowing which way it's gonna go. And it's also summer. Sell in May and go away, right? So let's see. Do we have anything else? No. Let's go to Russell again, stuck at 50. Again, this is the bad news there. This one is really no direction, but this is more interest. Well, both of these are. But Russell is very interest sensitive. Of course, next to that is transportation. Why? Leverage. Yeah. Too much assets are involved. It doesn't make sense if you have assets. You can pledge some of it, borrow against it, and you don't have it all equity in there tied up. These they don't have a big return. They're a steady return. That's why Buffett likes that. Excuse me. Slightly dehydrated. NDX above 50, near its high. Okay, looks like a high here was March 21st, New Year, Persian New Year. That's what we have here. Oh, no. 4-1, April 1st. Okay. Again, let's do our count here. 1, 1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-1-0. Yeah, 4-1-0. 5-1-0, 6-1-0. So steady, it's up, and it looks like it may want to do a mean reversion. Yeah. Not there yet. Don't know what the excuse is going to be, but chances are, odds are, a little bit of an upside and a lot down below. It always goes that pendulum. The pendulum has swung to the top side. So keep an eye on that. Don't do anything based on this alone, but it's another evidence in our docket. We're here to prosecute this market, as Admiral Tico says, at time and place of my choosing. Hey, Siamak, how are you? So it's being recorded. Okay, let's go to the walls. Okay, here we go. The main story is it wants to go higher. It wants to go higher. The market. Why? The walls are going lower and lower. We're at 13%. You saw what happened there. You saw where we ratchet back up. If you look at the CI diffs. So with that neighborhood, I'm not saying we're going to go up tomorrow. Right? I'm saying walls will go up tomorrow and we're going to drop. No, but I would check things. I would be on alert. We are primed for a pullback. And how much? Probably another 5%, not more than that. We don't have problems. The economy is still strong. It's just not as strong as it was, a month ago. So you can see it in the strength of the dollar. Just look at the dollar. So, which is also hindering our exports. But that's good. This is how the system works. It keeps some transparency. It also keeps some balance. Okay, SP1 weekly chart. All right, still on the buy on the weekly. Excuse me. And the buy there on the daily. Buy and buy. Okay, we're not getting any signal down. Excuse me, down here. None. It's just noise right now until proves otherwise. Now, this was not noise. Okay, we went below 10. And so if we're going to go up, the peak should be above 10. So I would be watching for that. I would be watching for also SP1 to hit 2 anything above 2 sigma. We were right underneath it. So be careful. We're almost there. I just don't know what's going to be our trigger. I was surprised, but of course, what got to us was the Fed announcement. I'm saying not the Fed. Actually, we did very well on the Fed. It was non-farm payroll. Here's the problem with that. So we all know about that. These time series are very, very noisy. That's why they get restated. Okay, they get revised up to 2 times. So we really don't have a good realistic picture yet of April data, but the market moves on the headline number. So it's just an expectation. All right. But and we may come back and get revised, but not much. It's not that much. So it was a bad report. I mean, we're still positive, but it was a bad report. Given the sequence of I don't know how many months now that we've been ratcheting up like this on both employment data and also earnings, yeah, per hour, yeah. So okay, let's go to TD. All right, now our spread was still driving. We're still driving K band, which is May's lead. So we're long May and short August. So double checking. I have to double check my data. Yeah, that's May and August, right? Month 5 and month 8. Long short. Okay, so okay, this is going to 197. Let's say -2, kind of neutral. No signal on this one. No screaming signal at you. I don't mean, this is the thing. This is we get to -3, -3.5, then the top is there. When we hit 0, we come way up there, When it gets up here, then at that point we are bottom. So it's inverted because it's a VIX, it's a volatility, it's an asset. But it's an inverted asset compared to a stock. So when this goes up, we're basic. When this goes down, we're topic. Are we there yet? No. Either way, no, again, no signal here. It's often where you get a lot of charts giving you no signal, maybe a little weak one for one or two of them, maybe other charts, a couple of strong ones, but right now, majority of these are being no signal. Okay, let's go to my favorite, SP2. SP2. Okay, it's 505 right now, actually. Okay. SP2 is at 74 and rotated over. Was a negative. This was a big negative down there. We hit 1234. Way down there. Way down there. So we're at 75. So this is telling us we're entering a overbought condition. It's not saying it's going to leave it. It says we're entering because we're coming from this side. So it's going to go there, probably do something like this, and then rotate. Notwithstanding any exogenous news. Now, as far as the stock RSI goes, we're approaching another rendezvous area where all three of them meet in a specific overbought, maybe neutral or oversold condition. We're not there yet. But usually after this, you could get up there. You should. So let's see how it takes us. Again, that's the stock RSI. The code is public. All we did was that put three of different ones together. So have a different cycle. So you could see the fast, medium, and the slow how they match up against each other. Let's go to treasuries. Okay, rates went up at that. That's why also they had a little bit of a discount on the coupon for the 10-year that was sold. Remember, I don't prepare myself for this. I look at it several times a day. I know where roughly we were an hour ago, type of a deal. I make a sweep over my charts on this machine because I don't trade on this machine. This dedicated for outside world for you guys, me, emails, that kind of stuff, sending charts or code. But I keep a track of it so that over the years that I'm used to. We don't have much of a signal here. These pulling up, you see that bars pulling up on the CI diff. That tells me the rate should be firming up, not run away, not explode, just firm up. Yeah. Remember, trade what you see, not what you think. Yeah, I don't need to go out there and kill it. All I need is to do not make mistakes. That's all. Keep them It's not zero. You can't go to zero, but it's a non-zero event. But keep the occurrence of mistakes to us minimal. The winners will come, and you'll be taken care of. Okay, Larry's up and down volume ratio. Nothing here. This is nothing. This is absolutely lost. So the folks with the their with their what do you call it? Their music instruments, announcing a new world has come. They don't know what to do right now because we're not getting any volume. Yeah, why we're not going higher? Uh, because I think we're could be an inflection point. We'll see on them, especially on SPX. So, uh, and then we really had no follow through. Even this movement up, we got no follow through. Follow through is you gotta get at least the 90, right? Not getting it. So nobody knows why. It's just what the order flow is. I'm not taking sides. I'm just observing it. Okay, we got a short here just at the close. Now it came in on ES. I'm sorry. It was. I'm sorry. This was as of the open. Yeah, it was as of the open of today. Why? This bar is just completed. Remember, this is a continuous contract. We just went to close at negative 375 from 4 o'clock. Settlement is 4 o'clock. But this is today's bar. We have not started the next bar. At 6 o'clock, this bar will come in, and then we'll see where we are. But it came into this bar at the short, and it hasn't done anything. Still in that area. It's a very small loss. It's holding it. I'm sorry, small gain. Has a very small gain because it was a short. Buy here for the mid caps, EMD. Excuse me. Buy on Russell. Okay, I like to add buy on Russell. And buy on NQ, which is NASDAQ 100, the big contract. Let's go to nations again. Same problem here. We don't have this ratchet up values we had for TDEX. And it's another measure of volatility. Don't ask me to explain these two. We'll leave for Peter to explain that. Peter Cook. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to show you? No. Okay. By the way, did you know that not this trade of PFT, the one before, we jumped out with like, I don't know, 40% gain. It went to $11. Our cost was 250, 258, or maybe say 260. It went to $11. Why? Nobody thought it was going to drop like this. This is the inverse, right? This ratchet was so heavy that it exploded into the expiration of April, and we left a few shekels on the table. We left too much for the other guy, you know. Remember Scarface? Yeah. Okay, now I think we're done down those charts. We'll come back and do the swing, but before we go there, we'll and we do these. We do these charts. Okay. Also, uh, a word of interest. We're doing Tiger Shark charts without any explanation. On because we don't have time. Also, we don't want to get into proprietary stuff. But you can see some levels. At least we give some levels in this website. This handle, which is this for our system here. If we go here, okay, there we go. Okay. Oh Jesus. All right. Is that cat? Is she a cat killer now? Is she upgrading? Okay. Hold on. If you go here, there we go. Proprietary trading systems. It's HAPDTS. Hamzy Analytics proprietary day trading systems. Okay. It's open. We're not restricting anybody, but you can see we're beginning to put some charts there. It's strictly on Tiger Shark for different names. Why is that? Oh, it's a little bit of marketing. Yeah. We're getting a lot of offers. Of course, some of these guys are too small. I can't deal with it for Tiger Shark. And I'm just showcasing some of the stuff for some of the private equity and hedge guys. Yeah. Yeah, actually, where you are now is our subscription business, which is Hamzy Analytics. But TCM, Tico Capital Management, deals with those guys. And that's because Tico is good at that stuff. I'm not. Yeah, I get emotional sometimes, not Tico. Tico's an admiral. Obviously, yeah, he acts like an admiral too. All right, let's go here. Then we'll switch to. So if you want to watch some of the Tiger Sharks, you can. It's posted on that proprietary feed, which is again Etche right here. Etche Papa Hotel Alpha Papa Delta Tango Sierra. All right. Kiko still does PMT charts. That's different. Yeah. All right. Let's go here. All right. This is our 50 bar. Why we're so big? I'm sorry, guys. That's why. Okay. This should be it. There we go. Okay. Let's go to 5 years. We want to see the overall 5-year period what we had. Update. There we go. Okay. You could see no signal. Yeah, we're running at 51%, 51.2. And we're down here. It's on the downside push. We're going back to it before it makes sense, before we can sustain it. And it looks like, yeah, well, maybe have a little more proof up. Okay. Next. Same thing, but for 200 day. Okay. All right. Now, again, we'll go to 5-year. Get a little bit overall perspective. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. We're not up there yet. Go ahead. We're at 75 area. I would be alarmed at around 90. And of course, you saw what happened in these pullbacks. But overall, still bullish. Still bullish here. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Let's go to charts. I'm going to close this, open on the other side so I can get the chart list together there. Let's see. Save space. No. Hold on. What's that? MBS. No, swing. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. 1 second, please. Yes, I'm opening it on the other monitor. Sure. Come on, guys. Okay. Top 40. Yeah. Look at NDX top 40. Yes. Okay. So when we sorted on the market cap. So first name is Microsoft up 42 cents. Yeah, remember Costco when we talked about Costco? Yeah. I'm gonna make a comment about that. Okay. Noisy, near 50. High was 430. Low is 371. This was that possible range between the 200-day and 430. Now, there's a talk out there. People like what's the fellow? The guy, I think his father or maybe his uncle ran NYC. Was it Steve Russo? No, I forgot his name. Anyhow, he was talking also about that we're getting to a point where we should be seeing more of a pullback around 50. I'm saying about 200 bar. These guys are old school. They say 200 bar. Now, I've been talking about when we were here about 4,700. Obviously, it's a moving target. As data comes in, it tries to gyrate toward where the last price is. As they have like a what do you call it? Mean reversion. As we're going up, this target is going to go higher. So 4,750 to 4,800 would be where the target could be if we drop. But we're not. That's not going to happen overnight. That's 280 points from here. Even at 4,800, that's 280 points from here. 290 points from here. Not going to happen overnight, but that's what you want to be watching for. And so where this goes, guess what happens? This is gonna go because what? It's a big name. It's Only $3 trillion business. Yeah. So, would I be buying it? Maybe. Maybe a spread. There's a 20 handles there, but not the option, not the stock. I would maybe buy the 410 and sell 430s. What's your duration? You gotta give it some time. Why? We have summer in front of us. So you may want to look at something possibly as a trade that makes sense. In an option side too. Look at, let's say, September to, let's say, December expiry of a 410 to 430. Gotta have some patience there. I think we're gonna have a problem before then, but who knows? I've been wrong before. So. All right, Apple. Apple saved itself and saved the market. Yeah, and probably was that, it can't get worse than this kind of a trade. So the worst case has happened. We're sitting at 200. It's really testing it. I like to see it to take off above 200. This is the death cross. So Apple is not a good spot. We'll see. This is probably the most bad newsy for all of us because of market cap. Yeah. All right. Next, NVIDIA. Now, that's a favorite of Admiral Tico. And it came back quite a bit. As you know, it hit its target and lower. Remember 800 number he was throwing out there? He hit that and lower. Of course, the son of a gun that he is, he covered at 792. 792. As you know, very transparent. We talked about it for a while. And then I was completely out of it. I don't know where I was. Well, I was going to Chicago. No, I was going to New York and completely out of what was going on. So I just said, hey, well, I was talking to Thomas, or one of our moderator, the ES moderator, saying, hey, I want a small bet, make some soup money for me each day. And I don't want to sit there. I don't want to take a look at it constantly. He goes, fine, just do a put spread and NVIDIA. And it worked very nice. Very nice. So don't complain. Now remember, there's a parity equation. You got to call, you got to put, but there's a little differential. It's called parity. You got to keep that in mind so you don't sit there waiting for the Messiah to come. And now, whether he wears something in orange or not, we don't know. Hey, Thomas, how are you? To each to his own. Whether it's going to show up on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Friday. Again, that we don't know either. But the bottom line is that was a good suggestion, and we did good. I appreciate that, Thomas. We got some soup money. And in New York, soup money is expensive. So just look at Soup Nazi. Yeah. All right, next. All right, is Google. Okay. Very strong. Very strong. We had one gap up here, another big gap up. Obviously, you get to 4 sigma. Let me show. Hello, Murray. Are you with me? It hit 4 sigma. You see that? You see? Excuse me. You see the dots? It went there. The beauty of sigma channels tells you what the extremes are going to be, and these are algo-driven machines, right? So they push intraday when they're matching orders. They push to go fill those orders they did, and it really sold. And now we're back in the channel. Hold on, we're in the channel now. What is this? Oh, sorry. It's in the channel. Very nice channel. Probably going to see a touch of 174. And if you can't get past 179, I would probably put a little put spread on it. Okay, 179. Wow, that's a high plus. So it's all-time high plus post split until and that's a 3 sigma. We don't go above 3 sigma and sustain it. It's rare. It's rare. Absolutely. Okay, let me bring this back. All right, let's go to the next one. Again, if you have a name or two, I'm more than happy to look at it. Okay, let's go to Amazon. As you know, I was more interested in Amazon than before, mainly because it's a pretty good signal about the overall economy, and it was at near triple top, and it just made a little bit of a high last week, and now we're right below it. But fairly good up there. All-time high is 188, I think. All-time high, that's a low. Yeah, 189.94, 190. Not a bad ride. All-time low is 28 cents. So if you put a quarter in here, you're at 200 bucks. That, I'd say, thank you, Mr. Bezos. Interesting character. Yeah. They all have egos, but he's kind of a more of an inline person compared to, let's say, Zuckerberg or Gates and other ones. Okay. Amazon. So what do we do with Amazon? Nothing. You are double top there, nothing on a daily. You don't know where it's going to go. We're not interested to take a gamble. We're interested to bet on a sure thing. Remember Gecko? Yeah. No, I'm not talking about inside trading. I'm talking about charts, volume, facts, law. Yeah, look, but just where you have a chance. When you're hitting the top line constantly, what are you going to do? It can break up or it can sell down. But either of those are really auction market issues, and you need to be there as it happens. You can't predict now which way it's going to go. You can gamble, but it's not a prediction. It's a gamble. Okay, that's Avgo. Let's see. Tesla. Yeah, we got to go to Tesla. And don't forget Costco. In between is ASML. All right. Okay, Tesla. As you know, it went to our target. Boom, boom. Not a bad call by Admiral Tico. When he started, he was after another character. Then he came after this character, both of which were very powerful men in this country. And so at 133, that wouldn't strike on his notes, I could call him. He went down to 138.80, so he came within $6 of it almost at a strike. So, would you have imagined what we would have been if that was triggered here? Tesla's widely held, yeah. So you gotta be careful. What would I do with it now? Nothing. Look at that, nothing. Would I be a put spread on it? Oh, that's gonna be tough. But you can, but it's gonna be tough. Yeah. Put spread from the 50 bar or a little bit tick below it. So it's a filter. It has to go there to even open the trade. Okay. So you could buy to open a put spread slightly below the 50 bar. And then I would go down. How much would you go down for the spread? 2 sigma, maybe 3 sigma tops. And then what duration? Well, at least the expiration. One more at least. So not this week. I mean, not this coming week. But I would buy a put spread if I was going to stretch it or structure it, I should say. I would buy somewhere in this area. 21st, 28th of June contracts. Okay. That's Tesla. What do we got after that? ASML. I still don't know what these guys do. I think they do something for. I know Nancy has told me that, but I think they make something for the chip manufacturing world. They're out of Netherlands, if I'm right, or maybe they're healthcare. I just don't know. It's one of the two. Okay. Very noisy recently on a daily. Okay. Getting support at the zero sig, which is 20 bar. And that's it. Again, will I touch this? No. Now my problem is, again, also this is NV. Yeah. I don't know the company. The beauty of S&P 500 is that it has the best return. If you go to, let me go there because I gotta find it first. Snaps. Hold on. I thought we had it here. Oh yeah, there we go. If you look at, there we go. If you look at this, what you look at, okay? And why is that? Cash, real estate, treasuries. I don't know what this is. I'm sorry, that's treasuries. Gold, corporate bonds, S&P. Why is this? Going concern. You got product, you have management, and you have financials. Okay, so and the reason it's up there because the going concern has a high PE. These they don't. I mean, gold doesn't has any income. There's no earnings. Okay, but 10-year treasuries you have some. It's a very short thing, so you get that, and that's what real estate is. And here's cash, which is money market funds. If you look at all asset classes, the way to go is S&P. I've been saying it for years, if not decades, and now we have more data on it. Over a pretty good amount of time. That goes back to when Nixon was trying to finish, President Nixon, she was trying to finish the Vietnamese War. Yeah. Netflix. Yeah, how can we do this without Netflix? And then I'll take your question. It's 5:30. Okay. Netflix, I like it. I like it. I like it. And we said before too. Remember we said I would nibble? Here's the results of nibbling. Remember, if you go back, remember we posted everything on YouTube. We talked about, yeah, if it drops below 3, you gotta buy. Let's see what it does at 2. Remember, it had a slam, got a slam below 3, went from 3 to 4. Here, let's blow this up. It went from -3 to -4. They go sideways. I said what? I said we'll nibble on it, and look where it is now. Now there's a breakout. So that's it. I'm going to be starting doing some options as a part of our Tico Capital Management for that fund. Just separate amount, just a small amount. The driver is going to be Tiger Shark charts for it, and then we'll go through what do you call it? I'll go through my usual option station or Tico Swim analytics for finding the optimal pair. But you got to start with the charts and good indicators. Then you can jump into you understand the industry. If you know a couple of guys on management that even better, not knowing them but know of them, of course, balance sheet, and then you go. Then you jump to option station to do your spread. Now we could also do that. Possibly we've discussed it with our main investor there, which is a pretty interesting character. He's got a Gulfstream. Yeah. He was very. Next time, should I send you an airplane to pick you up? I said, no, sir. I'll fly commercial. I'm good. Yeah. Didn't explain anything to him. I didn't want to, but I'm not too keen on these small airplanes. So, I mean, Grumman got permission to land their Gulfstream, their own corporate Gulfstream, at Princeton, because Princeton has a very small airport. At not the city of Princeton. I'm talking about the college, and it was not suitable for a jet. I don't know what they did, but they got permission. I never took them on, never. Yeah, I'm fine with commercial. So, I'm a multi-engine, multi-pilot, just like my dad. Yeah, I don't no drama. Yeah. Okay, I'm done with the charts here. We went also to Netflix, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Those 13 names we went through. Okay, and then let's do 14 AMD. I know Nancy follows that. Let's see what this is doing. Yeah. Yeah, it's under pressure. It's under pressure. Yeah, this gap down is no good. You can't get to 30. What 0.6. Yeah. Now, I didn't show you any Tiger Shark charts, and we just tease it a little bit. We're not gonna get into too much detail or explanation, but that what it does, because the way it's structured, obviously we can't. It's not on that. These are standard charts, like weekly, excuse me, or 15-minute. But we read the bar. We have to read the bar, which is what? It's got block trades in there. These bars don't. These are standard bars from TradeStation. Ours does have it embedded. So when we even put an indicator on it, we have to modify that to accept the data inside the bar. Why do we need to do that? simple item that we've always discussed. Markets are moved by block trades. They're not moved for mom and pops. My 5 contracts and your 10 or Dennis's 25 is not going to move the market. We're too small. It's the big guns that come in and move it. All we're trying to do is jump on it like a carp on a whale, and they do the swimming. They expend their energy. We just swim with it up and down, get to our target, and we're out. Okay, guys. Uh, well, I'm more than happy to take a look at something else you may have. Oh, is that right? SMH. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. It's the 6th largest holding in SMH. I see, 4.65. Okay. Now, what do they do? They must be doing, they're doing etching, right? Are they in the etching business, Michael? I mean, remember, technology now is heavy duty. I read somewhere that they're trying to work on in Taiwan, and that's maybe why the PRC, the Republic of China, wants to go there. Is that they're doing 2 nanometer, 2 nanometer separation on these signals on the lines next to each other on the PC board. I don't know. I mean, not a PC, obviously. It's inside the chip. I don't know how they cut it. It's beyond me. I remember I was at another situation. We look at these. This is like late 90s, around 2000. People were fighting about 25 to 20 nanometers. Now we're 1/10 of that in terms of separation of 2 lines. You could have arcing because it's a signal, right? You could arc between the 2 lines. It's very, very complicated. Here in the house, I have a couple of boards that we managed to build for 286 back in 83, 84. And one of them was, as a personal challenge I took, I said, I'm going to make this motherboard myself. Not motherboard, not the chip. Chip is, you need a heavy duty. Just the motherboard. And it turned out to be a 4-layer. Signals vertical on the front, horizontal in the back, and then when you go underneath, you have to punch through. You punch through so the signal goes horizontal in the back, then wants to go vertical. Because you can't cross each other, right? So you have to have a layout in your mind, the logic. You set that up, and you do it first, move it around a few times while you're doing some wiring by hand wiring on the back for testing. But of course, it's gonna have noise. But as you move these around, you get a sense what of your final motherboard or what do you call it, the PC board, whatever it is, it's gonna look like. When we had a different setup, so we had one board for the CPU, one board for the memory, one board for disk drive and the hard disk. Back then, things were slightly different architecture. Also, the chips were big, so you need a space. You need a space. Now it's all on the chip anyway. But noise becomes an issue, and that's why you need these boards in between. Basically one piece of copper. You just drill through it. The copper, you put both of them on actually, I think that's how we distribute the power, right? We put positive on one. What was it? No, no, no. I think we did positive, positive. Yes. I think we did positive on one, negative on the other, vertical in the back, and no, in the front, and horizontal in the back. So at any one point, you can have positive, negative signal there. Yeah, so you can get it. And then you can do the wiring and all that. Too much work. Now you can get the whole thing done on a CAD machine. Yes, thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. So anyhow, this brings us to an end, our conversation today. It's recorded. We'll be posting it. Again, we've got this going. By all means, we have to measure this, guys. Those of you on a test with me. Let's see, Siamak. Thomas, you don't do TradeStation, do you? No. Nancy does. Yeah, make sure we measure this against our existing MBS. I'm going to do that tonight. Yeah. So, yeah, it's something we wanted to do for a while. The problem is that we were limited on what we could have the machine do, the old machine do, with the old software, uh, because you had to define each category. Here is universal. Yeah. Yes, you're Thinkorswim. Right. Yeah, I don't have anything for them. Tom Sasnoff several times tried to convince me. I told him I have no problem to do that for Sasnoff because one time they just filled up his box. He calls me. He goes, "Who the hell are you?" I said, "Excuse me, may I help you?" I know who he was. I'm just playing dumb. He goes, "My inbox is full of people requesting your indicators." I said, "And?" I'm playing dumb. He goes, "No, who the hell? What do you do?" I said, "Nothing. I write code." And the HA was in infancy at the time. And he goes, "Well, I want you to come and talk to me." I said, "Sure." When? I said, "Well, next time I'm in Chicago. What's the rush? The more you not interested, they want you more, right?" I said, "Listen, we'll next time I'm here, uh, I'll take a look. Which chart, Michael? Oh, your chart. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yes. 1 second. Let me find it. 1 second. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Yes. So, and then, so we went there. Me and Brad Sullivan went there for a conference, and I think within a half an hour, I was ready to walk. Just nothing just said, he grabs me. This is Brad. Say, let him finish. I said that it's not going to work for us. Why? The security. They have no security. And of course, half an hour later, after another cup of coffee, Sasnov admits, yes, we don't have a security. I said, well, then I can't give you a code. If you cannot securitize my IP, why would I distribute it? So he says, let me buy it from you. I'll buy it 60 grand, 5,000 for a year each month. At that point, I closed my briefcase and walked. Like, go fly a kite. You have no clue what you're buying, idiot. Now, he went and sell his business as a broker. I'm not a broker business. And he made good money, but yeah, but they have no, so we have done nothing with them. They just don't have the security there. But we're gonna work on this, and he's still a good friend. Don't get me wrong, but he just doesn't even get it. Yeah, he was actually shocked. He didn't know his own staff when I told him when they came in and told him that it's not securitized. Yeah, so the code is open. His attitude was, well, I give you 60, you'll be fine. This, and then I just send it out without being securitized. So every word has it. What value is that? I said, no, I'm not doing it. Thank you. I'm glad I didn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't have TCM today. The value of what I've done is not AMS Analytics, is Tico Capital Management. Why? Because the AUM. When you get a big AUM, you get a pretty good multiple. And any other questions from? Oh, hold on. I have a question from Mike Becker. Mike, hold on 1 second. Let me open these and let me go there to look at your question, and then we go from there. I'm terribly sorry I forgot, but my intention wasn't not answering it. I just forgot. All right, let me see what we have here. That's not good. Okay, now, and I think you sent it to admin yesterday. I think I saw that there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yes. But any chance Felix is in a channel and might head back up to the top of the channel right and short. Okay, fair enough. Very good question. Let me go there for you. Actually, let's go here. Let's go to Swank and let's put a SPY on, which is the same thing. A little bit easier because also it's trading. Okay, here's your SPY. Yeah. We're not that far from a new high. So let's put this in. Again, Michael, I appreciate you. Yeah, Michael has been with us at least a decade. So, yeah. Same package. Not experiment with anything else, just same package. PMT. All right, so here's the SPX we're looking at. There's a good chance, absolutely. Yeah, because we're not that far. Remember, the key problem was right here. And the following week, following week, it came out. Right now it's a little bit weaker, but that rubber band effect was there. And look where it came in, right at the 50-week center line, which is 20-week line. It's 20 of the bar. Bar is what? Weekly, so it's 20 week. We drop off. Yeah. No, I think we could go up there, but it doesn't mean anything. But if you're in a tight trade, that maybe give you the reprieve to get out. Yeah. I don't think he's going to go there and go crazy. Why? We have a lot of things against us. Again, we have another earning coming. It's a summertime. Volume is low. And same thing on the downside. I don't think we're going to be doing much for a while. This whole shake we saw is done. So, it's summertime, so it could be slow, and you could drift up. Remember, on the low volume, bias is upside. For example, going to Memorial Day. So Memorial Day is going to be 26th, right? So actually, that's a short week. Interesting. Yeah. So you have so like 20th, from 2 weeks from now, you should be long, no matter what. So that going into that weekend of Friday 24th to Monday is closed, which is 27th, that's going to be a up bias. Same thing about 4th of July. But the volume drops low, there's up bias, and people can push it easily. One hedge fund can move the market. So I wouldn't give up, Michael, and go away, but I would try to quantify my risk, depending on what you have. And if you were long, it's already come up quite a bit, right? So let's go here. Let's go a little bit better look. Again, thank you for your patience. You could see this. So here's the test I want to see right up there. 52.15, that's the first test, and then 52.64 is easy before I hit it. Here's my question. What is he going to do after that? Remember, these prices are magnets. Those are easily to spot. What's the game plan after that? So that's what I asked. Now, looks like there's a chat here. Let me see what that is. Okay. What do you mean? I'm sorry. What's going on? 545. Okay. Would you, Thomas, give me a full sentence? I don't want to make an assumption based on what I'm reading. Oh, I see. The question about SPX. Yes. Okay. Thomas, who runs our ES chat room, as you know, he does a lot of Max Payne. By the way, you were supposed to give me a bio, Thomas. The problem is that he moved to Puerto Rico, so for tax reasons, right? So now we have a hard time finding him sometime. No, but he's good. Good. He's a very fine gentleman who works his ass off. So you can see the content he puts on. But what? Yeah. Well. Okay. Okay. You don't have this week. Do it this week. I'm good. Yeah. Remember, I've got a few things on the side. We want to do a webinar with him. We'd like to have him, so our chat room, yes, has a moderator there, and he's been posting his stuff there, but I want to give him a wider distribution. But he's saying now that he thinks after 42.50 or 42.65 it is right there, maybe even 40. I'm saying 50, 52.64, 65, 52.75. Okay, we could pull back. It's possible. Why? We don't hang very high at 3 sigma or better. If you look at actually, all the pullbacks were at 2 sigma. If we go to 3, it has to be sold. Okay? So, because the law of averages. So after 52.70, Michael, I expect to pull back. Yeah. Okay, you had it. Yeah, I have it done. Okay. 43.50 for this leg up. 43.50? Or you mean 53.50? Okay, that's close. That's okay. You're only off 1,000 points. That's okay. Yeah, it's only 20% off. No problem. Not a problem. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. Okay, 53.50. Okay, to 5,400. So here's a guy who's got his hand in there, who's involved. Okay, looking at all the stuff. He does a lot of gamma stuff. He does Max Payne, a little of Elliott Wave. He's putting us just marginally higher at 5350-5400. As you could see, 4 Sigma is up there. This is 4 Sigma about 5350. Yeah, okay. I'll buy that. Yeah. But that's 4 Sigma. Well, not for now, for today's prices. But he could drive up, go there. Yeah. So basically, what he's telling me is to get long. Yeah, we might. The downside is not happening. So you can't sit there and pray. I don't pray. Too much quantum physics. So I'm not saying don't do that to your kids. I'm not saying that's the way to go, but that's what happened to me. Yeah, 50. Yeah, maybe a rate cut. Yeah, depends, but that's gonna be a lot. We're not gonna have rate cuts now. I mean, we gotta be in a deep trouble for rate cuts to show up now, in my opinion. So, anyhow, folks, I gotta get out of here. It's 6 o'clock. Any other questions for me? Michael, did I answer your question, sir? Michael Becker, are we good there? I want to make sure we're on the right track there. Any other questions for me? All right, folks. Thank you for attending. Again, the next session is going to be 2 weeks from now. So it would be 22nd. I'll update everything in that way. Let me update here and get ready for my dinner with Admiral Tico on the beach. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon. All the best. Good night.